Cowboys, it's seasonal frostbite, and welcome back to the Doll Maker's Diary. All right, so I'm obsessed with tiger centaurs right now, just tigers in general. I got a tiger rug, I got a tiger everything, and I decided to start working on a new doll because sometimes I get a little bored from doing humanoid dolls, and this was just a quick, I thought it was going to be quick, honestly. I really thought it was going to be quick. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you the concept for this doll, which is a tiger centaur. I'm exploring different cultures as I'm making dolls, and it's fun. So the goal is to make a centaur, and for some reason I decided to approach this the way I do with my humanoid dolls, which is to design everything step by step, piece by piece. And that was really, really stupid. You'll see that later. I still tried. It's always good to try something new and try something different. But I'm the type of person who's going to keep persevering, even though I found out that this was a stupid idea. But here I am, just prototyping. This is how I do it. I start with the idea, and the idea is Tiger Centaur.
Friends, how are you today? I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. My name is Bailey Sarian, and today is Monday.
So I figured out how thin I can get polymer clay using my beautiful, beautiful pasta machine and using cardstock in between the layers and between baking. And I'm like, oh, is this gonna really like help me a bit? I thought it'd be cool because I wouldn't be able to use foil, and if it's smooth on the inside, right, like this right here, then I don't have to sand and buff as much as I have to. Look at that. This is the BBL that Drake wished he had, okay? Dr. Miami has nothing on endless doors. Look at that cake. And I'm trying my best here to experiment, doing everything piece by piece, which we know that's not going to get me anywhere, but this type of experimenting helps the doll making process. I promise. Or maybe I'm just wasting time. You never know. I have my X-Acto knife here. It's retractable for safety purposes. And I'm going to try to I'm going to show you a quick tip on how I'm going to get even cuts on both sides of something when I need something to be symmetrical, symmetrical, look the same. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to basically draw a nice clean line as much as possible around my prototype here. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to, I don't know why I transferred the lead here to the back here. I have no idea. This was like a year ago, but let's try to cut this. I use Kato clay because it's like the hardest polymer clay you can get on the market. At least the US market. It's the hardest polymer clay you can get. And you see how thin this is? It's paper thin, but it is taking a long time to cut, baby. It's hard. It is really hard. So I'm about to show you my little trick real quick because I'm trying to get things symmetrical, okay? Symmetrical. And I can't do that currently because I can't tell if it's even on the same side. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that right now. Get your pencils out, class. And you're just going to, and of course my pencil breaks, but that's okay. It's mechanical pencil. We're just going to keep going as long as possible and trying not to break it again. Okay. Try not to do that. Don't do what I do. Do it perfectly. Okay. So once I get to the other side, right, I'm making sure to trace along the line I just cut. Okay. That is how I can get it symmetrical on both sides easily. Thank you for being so patient to watch me do this. I know it's kind of painful sometimes. I appreciate you in advance. If you like this content, go ahead and give this video a like. The more likes I get, the more I'm likely to make more content. And as somebody with ADHD, that motivates me. It gives me a nice slip of dopamine. Thanks, guys. See, now you can cut, baby. You can cut, baby. You can cut, baby. Ay, BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. Let me stop. I definitely did not do that. I don't even know why that piece of clay is still there. Girl, child, she doing something. Okay, so this part of the video was filmed like 2 years ago. Oh my God. So, I'm just trying to remember my thought process for this. As you know, I like to sculpt my prototypes by hand in polymer clay so I can make master copies out of them. And the goal is to basically have my hinges be the most manufactured part of my dolls. I really want them to have a handmade feel, similar to like ball jointed dolls. And I can only get that by working from hand. I really can't get that by working in a 3D space. But also, I just don't understand the 3D space that much. I can't really tell how the doll is going to move unless it's in my hand and I can physically move it. So that's where I'm at. And also, you just kind of get to see how you can manufacture something the traditional way. And remember, manufacturing was traditional in the beginning, and 3D printing and 3D modeling, I feel as though it should not take the place of 3D and traditional sculpting. It's important to know, because I understand sculpting, I'm able to just play, right? When I make my prototypes, I get to play. I get to make mistakes. I get to really enjoy the process, but also I get to be innovative in a way that I can't really do that in 3D, because in that 3D space, it's almost like imaginary. It's kind of like when you design something 3D, like if you're designing something with clothes, right? And you just make something that's floating and it's like, okay, but you can't make that in real life. I get the real life physics, I guess. So this is where I was like, okay, this sketch, this prototype of the prototype, it looks so stupid. I kept going though. I kept pushing it to see if I could make what I was making better. And I realized that you cannot make animalistic dolls part by part like this. There's just too many more complicated parts. Like, I understand the human body, but I took figure for humans, okay? Not for animals. If you want to see this is the world's cutest little ruler, and I'm just measuring. Like, I am just trying my best to keep going, even though I saw how stupid the parts look together. Oh my God. Keep going. Like, maybe the idea gets better, but let me spoil it. It don't. Like, look how dumb this looks. I was like, okay, the proportions are off. So let's just do this the way the ball jointed doll girlies do, okay? They make little armatures. Let's just go ahead and armature this girl. And let's make that armature. Let's make that armature. Let's make that armature. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go. Let go, let go. Okay, so this is what the ball jointed girl, the girlies do. That's what they do. That is what they do. Okay, so I'm trying to make the foil as much as compact as possible. I want the least amount of wrinkles, just because it's going to make it easier when I cut it open and hollow it out and make it clean. Yeah, yatta! It's time to clay up. And I don't know why I put the tape on here. I was like, maybe if I just put tape on it, it'll be smooth. But here's it all clayed up. And again, I use Kato clay, and it's very hard to sculpt. It is very, very hard to sculpt. So once it was cured, I went back and got Primo clay and smoothed out everything else. And I'm kind of being stingy with my Primo clay at this time, because this was filmed several years ago, and because of the pandemic, baby, Primo clay was really hard to find, and that is my favorite clay to use, so I had to stretch it out a bit. I think it worked out fine.
Mystery is Makeup Monday.
I have no idea how I'm going to do the tail, but I really want it to be articulated, and I'm just going to put a cute little space holder. Look like a little bunny tail. Look at those toe beans. I got to sculpt the toes. Yes, I sculpted everything before I went and added on these details, but look at those toe beans. Tiger toe beans. Literally, the references for this was so much fun. And now let's fast forward to today, 2024, and I'm finally cutting it up. Now, before I did that, I went and I basically kind of carved out like where I would like the articulation to be. And I'm still trying to figure out how to design the joints for these dolls. There wasn't a lot of references to go off on. Sometimes I look at other dolls. Sometimes I look at videos of the animals moving. I look at a lot of things to consider the articulation, but also like what is possible, what's aesthetically pleasing, all of those things. Because, the best part about doll making is that we're trying to combine the beauty of aesthetics along with movement. And you know me, I got a daughter that moves. Like, she gotta bend and snap, okay? Bend and snap. Like, she gotta be furious. She gotta sit on her legs. Like, she gotta sit and curve. She gotta have curves, okay? So at this point, I'm just hacking up the doll and following the guidelines that I made. And I'm removing all this freaking foil. And I'm hating every second of it. Somebody save me. Save me. Save me. Okay. I don't know. This is just part 1, and this video is coming to a beautiful close. And thank you so much. If you watched all of this video, go ahead and put a pink heart at the very bottom, the one with the yellow sparkles. That's my signature. That's my signature heart. I love pink, so that's what we doing. Just go ahead and subscribe and follow if you want to see the more prototyping aspect of Endless Dolls, because I'm getting into my doll making bag, and eventually you guys will be able to purchase this doll once I get the focus group and all that kind of stuff going on. But of course, I have other dolls too that are in line before this doll. This is the doll that it's so funny. I will take breaks, right, from doll making by making another doll. It doesn't make sense, okay? But dopamine! I needed this dopamine. So, I needed this dopamine, okay? And I appreciate all those who are following me. I'm coming back to YouTube, and it's really hard. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Give it a like, give it a share, comment for the algorithm, my loves. I really appreciate the Space Cowboys who come back. Look at that butt. Look at that. See, look, Endless Dolls don't have cake, baby. And this is where I'm at. You can see that the tape did help to flatten out some of that foil, but it was still a pain to cut off, okay? And I decided to start cutting around because I realized once I cut the doll, okay, I still have to add more clay to it, which is fine. I just have to figure out how to do it. And let's clean up some of this dust. Also, I hope you know I am wearing a mask, okay? I'm wearing a mask. Polymer clay dust is harmful. Remember, this is multiple plastic. So get this little vacuum. I love gadgets. This is a cute gadget. I want a better vacuum though, because I feel like it's just blowing the dust in my face. I'm wearing a mask, but still, like, she's not giving it. And like, I cleaned up only to go ahead and make more mess, but it be like that sometimes. Yep, there goes that rotten mango in the background. Listen, Bailey Sarian and rotten mango get me through, and it just puts me in hyper focus mode immediately. And so right now, I'm just trying to take my Dremel tool. This is actually the Maker X, which is kind of like Dremel, but I keep breaking my Dremel, so I switched to a different product that seems to be more durable with a braided cord, because I was breaking that. It was the attachment that the Dremel has that's like separate from this that makes it easier to hold. Yeah, that attachment, it keeps breaking, and I know there's a way to fix it, but I don't have time to keep fixing my tools. They need to be reliable, so I retired it. And I don't know why I thought this shot would be cool. Like, look, you can see up close, but not really. Like, you can't see anything. It's so distorted. But I'm trying to be cinematic for you, baby. I'm trying to be a cinematic girly, but I'm always trying new things. So this is where we are. You know, we're gonna probably have to split this in half and do all kinds of things, or maybe leave it whole. So I think I had enough of a break here. It's time to go back to the humanoid dolls. Thank you for joining me in part 1 of the Making the Tiger Centaur. Please come back for part 2. We'd love to have you. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, create something awesome. If you don't, then you're going to carry that weight. See you, Space Cowboys.
Cool, baby, cool, 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 baby, baby, maybe I love you. Cool, 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 baby, cool, 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 baby, maybe I, maybe I, maybe I. Maybe I, maybe I,